Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center makes an impact locally and beyond through a wide range of events, ministries, and outreaches. Pastors Steve and Debbie Owens invite you to worship Sunday mornings at 10:30 and attend Wednesday night Bible studies at 6:30. Connect with FGEC online, follow them on Facebook, download their app, and visit their new website at myfgec.org with live YouTube video streams as well as recordings of services and special events. Full Gospel Evangelistic.
Contact me, State Farm Agent Brian Clark, at 217-732-6211 or visit sfinsurelincoln.com. Go Railers!
The following is a presentation of WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com.
Good morning, sports fans. Welcome to the Cheap Seats on WLCN 96.3 FM, broadcasting live from Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium, the home of Coach Neil Alexander Court. Joe Ryan, Jake Johnston, Jim Ash, Lloyd Kirby, and Scott Kirby here this morning. We're going to talk some Railer basketball as soon as Coach Neil Alexander makes an appearance. We're also going to talk to Coach Dietrich about the wrestling season. Wrestling team having a great year this year, setting at 25-3. Regular season over. Regionals start next Saturday in Bloomington.
It's tournament time.
It's tournament time, and it's win or go home now. And Dietrich really excited about this team, and we'll talk to him at the bottom of the hour. But, yeah, a great season for the Railers.
Yeah, the Railers are up and moving. I came out on, was that Thursday night maybe? Thursday night I came out for senior night and watched them. They had a junior high out here, and Coach Dietrich did an excellent job of speaking about each senior as they were announced, came out with their parents and all that stuff. And, yeah, it's quite a bit. The wrestling program's growing.
Yeah, and they've been successful the past several years, and just building that program. Coach Dietrich does a great job. Very passionate about it, loves what he's doing, and that makes a difference.
We'll have talked to him a little bit about having the sectional here this year, because high school's going to host a sectional.
Yeah, he said the last time we hosted a sectional was 2018, and you win that sectional, you're going to the big house.
Yeah, that's it. It is. It's a fun event to be because those wrestlers know you're going to state, and that's a big deal.
Yeah, that's got to boost up the energy and
I've been telling you guys for years, go over to that state tournament. That state wrestling tournament.
I mean, you always take our passes, so we can.
Passes, yeah.
You snag them all up and give them to your buddies.
I'll get you in. We just go there, throw your name around. Sam Knox is running the show.
I feel like it'll be like a J-Mac thing. I'll get you.
I feel like.
Oh, J-Mac, he's got tickets to that thing.
Ticketmaster.
He's right here. Maybe J-Mac can come on later and tell us about some ticket specials he has going on. Like you get a pop and a popcorn and a hot dog with your ticket.
Yeah.
They still do that kind of thing?
I think J-Mac does it.
Wow.
He's old school. You know?
You just have to get in the van.
And it's cash only. He's not letting you pop it on your cell phone. I tell you, he came up those stairs like a spider. I tell you what.
We'll let him
Spider-Man. Spider-Man.
We'll let him catch his breath, and then we'll get going here. Good morning, Coach.
Good morning.
Nothing good here.
Coach Neil Alexander coaching it or joining us right now, and Coach, a good win for the Railers last night, a victory over Mattoon, 43-30. Well, I just got to say, I'm glad we're back in the Central State 8.
You didn't like that ride?
The drive is just brutal, but Mattoon.
I didn't think it was bad.
Who drove?
Me and Denise rode together,
okay,
and you know,
Yeah.
and
Neil's in that luxury
he makes our
bus.
drive.
I drove.
Oh.
She wouldn't drive because it was raining
Yeah.
and foggy. So
That's what happens when you get old.
You sleep on the way over to game, big old luxury
yeah.
bus like that, kick
Yep.
back.
kick back, let the kids.
Let the kids do
Focus.
whatever they want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're throwing paper airplanes.
But going over to Mattoon last night, Coach, the last time I was there, it's been several years, they've gutted their gym and redid it, and it looks pretty nice.
It did. It was brand new floor. Everything was brand new in there. A massive message board. It was awesome. It was. They'd done a lot to it, so
Yeah,
it
it's
was
and very
pretty nice
bright.
place, yeah.
Very bright in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't have a hard time seeing, Joe. I mean, you almost need sunglasses. But
Oh, I like that.
Yep.
They've redone the football field and everything, right?
They did that a few years
Yeah.
ago. Their
Yeah.
turf and
Nice scoreboard out there, too.
yeah.
Where'd they get all their money at?
I don't know.
That'll be taxpayers' money, right?
well,
What's going on here? We're getting it here.
Yeah.
This place
we're
looks
doing
nice.
all right. Yeah, we're done.
let's talk about the game last night, Coach. You went with a little different starting lineup last night. You went big with you put Sanders in that starting lineup, and that just makes with Sanders and Hayes in there. Our size is just, I mean, we obviously outsized them last night, and it looked like that was kind of the game plan going in. Just use your size, beat them up, and get to the basket.
Yeah, Gabe was sick Thursday, so that's the reason he wasn't in the lineup. It wasn't anything that he's done or anything, but, Frank's really coming on. I mean, he's really doing a lot of good things, and the thing is we're trying to limit his minutes so we can have him maybe for more games than playing him a whole game, and then he has to sit out to get the knee feeling better. But he seems to be doing okay.
Good, and he just controls that paint, just with his size and his aggressiveness, and being a big guy, he's got good footwork and he can get to the basket.
He's got a nose for the ball, and I wouldn't get in his way when he decides to go get
No, absolutely not. But the Raiders with a 13-point lead win last night, Coach. Mattoon able to tie it there kind of late in the game at 24. But give credit to the Railers. They stuck with it, stuck with the game plan. Kind of struggling from the arc right now, three-point line. Komnick was able to hit a few, but if we can start knocking down some threes, that's really going to open up the middle for Hayes and Sanders. I know we've been talking about that all year, but just a matter of execution. And right now, as far as the three-point line, we're just unable to hit those open shots.
Yeah, and they're good looks, and you got to be able to shoot and got to make and knock them down, and hopefully they'll go in someday. We're going to keep shooting them.
Keep shooting, shooters shoot. A 4-game win streak, so that's got to feel pretty good. And back here tonight against another Apollo team that we've seen in the past, Taylorville.
Yeah, and they're pretty good. Mattoon shot the ball exceptionally well last night, and Taylorville does the same thing. So we got our work cut out for us, so it should be a pretty good game.
I'd like to back up a little bit and tell us about the big W over Rock Island. We haven't talked about that, have we?
I don't know, have we?
No, that was
last Saturday.
That was last Saturday.
Yeah, we haven't talked about it. That's big
that was a lot
W.
of fun.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun, and we beat a good basketball team, and they like to play different styles for that reason, and I mean they are a three-point shooting team, and I think we gave up 2 maybe.
Yeah.
And we got out and covered their shooters. They were missing their point guard, which makes them roll a little bit, but nobody knows that outside of me and you, and but I think they were ranked 9th in 4A.
Oh, I was going to say, that's a good basketball team.
Yeah.
Okay, so what was the key to that game? The defense?
Defense, no doubt. We got out-covered their shooters and didn't let them dribble penetrate, and we were able to handle their pressure. So that was a good game for us.
Well, I got to give the kids a lot of confidence, and you guys about you can play with anybody.
Well, I've said it all along, but you got to be able to execute and do those things and everything. So, we will continue to get better.
Well, Joe, the key to the game, if you would have watched, was the shot at the end by Tungate.
I was just going to say, Tungate had a big
down
shot
in the corner, and it didn't look like I was going in. It hit, I think, every side of the rim and then went in. And unfortunately, shortly before that, Tungate took a knee to the thigh. And how's he looking right now? I know it's pretty sore.
Day by day, and we probably won't have him today. Well, we won't because he hadn't practiced. So I don't know when he'll be back.
I didn't realize it was that bad. He hasn't practiced all week?
No,
Wow.
not since the Rock Island game.
Wow.
And we've talked about it week in, week out, where we just haven't been healthy. We get Frank and Hayes back, then we lose Tungate. And as a coaching staff, that's got to be very frustrating because with Tungate out there, I mean, he controls that defensive point, and another ball handler can get to the rim, can shoot. So you're kind of limited on that part of it right now.
Yeah, he does. He does a great job on the front of the press. He'd had a heyday last night, I think, if he'd have been there. 'Cause he's just got excellent hands, quick hands, and gets a lot of touches and everything. So, be nice to have him back.
Yeah, looks like the freshmen are getting ready to go here today, Coach. Who are they taking on here?
They're taking on Bloomington Central Catholic.
Okay.
So 9:30 start.
So J-Max got this squad. We saw him kind of doing a little walkthrough when we were setting up. Tell us a little bit about how the freshmen are doing. And, I see some you got Stolzenberg out there. He does a great job on the JV side of it.
Yeah.
He's a great ball handler.
He's a great ball handler. He's got the skills of a point guard. He's got the change of pace, change of direction. He's got a lot of positives looking for him. So
yeah, it doesn't look like he looks to score a lot, but I tell you what, he controls that offense, and a great passer.
Yeah.
We got another full day out here today, don't we?
Yeah. Yep.
Run through her for us, Scott, or should we ask?
Freshmen are getting ready to play, and the girls are playing after them, and then the boys. How's that for you?
1 at 2:30. The girls are playing Champaign Central, and then we're playing Taylorville tonight at 5:30 and 7.
5:30 and 7. Now the girls with the big win last night at home against the Tornadoes. So that's good for them. They're starting to figure things out. And
it's that time of year. I think they had to maybe have their paperwork in for the seeding. So that's coming up next week for the girls, and then us boys are the following week.
Yeah, it's February 1st. Boy, January kind of just flew by. And, the Railers right now, you're not going to get a whole lot of practice in because we got some makeup games coming. I think we play Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Monday.
Monday, Tuesday.
Wow.
The JVs play Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Oh, my.
Yeah.
Oh, my.
When you get rain outs.
That time of the year.
Or snow outs or postponements, you gotta put them wherever both teams are available.
Well, they love that. It's better than practice.
Oh, no doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Yeah, if you don't know it by now, then
it's just time to play.
Let's get out there and play.
Yep.
Well, Coach, we'll see you here tonight. Should be hopefully get a good crowd in here tonight to see a good game between the Railers and the Tornadoes. And you said they're a much improved team. I know, we've seen them past several years, and they typically have a good shooter and some size.
They've got both. I mean, they're physical too, and they spend some time in the weight room, and they'll knock us around if we're not ready to play.
So I don't know if you kind of pay attention to the Apollo or not, but Mount Zion probably on top. How's the rest of it kind of sorting out?
Well, I think you got Muhammad Seymour, I think, second. Mattoon, I don't think's won a game. I think third, fourth is probably right in there. Taylorville, they're up in the upper half, I think.
So be a good game tonight.
Yep.
Jake, thoughts?
I'll miss the game tonight.
So Mount Zion's still that good, even losing the kid that went to
Illinois.
that left. Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, they got 6'8" kid that's
I knew they had the other one that was.
that is really good.
He played football too.
He plays
Yeah,
football, and he's probably going to leave too next. You know, he's one of the top, 2 or 3 tight ends in the country.
Is there a game earlier in the week?
You know, amazing that you can have both of those kids right there at Mount Zion.
I think
Unreal.
I think Lane Kiffin was in Mount Zion the other night. Maybe watching a basketball game, watching him. I don't know.
Probably.
But yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So
Amazing they've got those 2 D1 athletes right there. You know.
Yeah, and he could be a Division I basketball player too. So.
Yeah, he kind of hurt him he was banged up in the state
hurt.
championship game, and then that hurt him. So,
And it's taken him a while. He didn't, I don't think, start playing until after Christmas basketball.
Yeah, because he was tough. They don't. I was surprised though they're that good without missing that kid. You know, you lose a D1 kid, you think
Yeah.
things are going wrong.
They also had a D1 receiver that went to Illinois.
That's what I'm saying. He's not playing basketball.
Oh, no.
So imagine how good they'd be if he was there.
He's unbelievable athlete, Trimble.
I saw some of a buddy of mine from Mount Zion sent me the highlight films of me from basketball, like just 30-second clip, and I was like, geez.
Yeah.
I saw him on the football field, but in basketball, man, he's flying around.
Yeah, I mean, good thing he's not playing. Wow. All right, Coach. Well, we'll see you right back here in a few hours, and as the regulars prepare for the Tornadoes.
Okay.
All right, let's take a commercial break. We come back, we're going to talk some wrestling. We're going to have Coach Dietrich on with us. He's going to talk about their season, having a great season, and we'll get the rundown on that. So stay tuned. You're in the Cheap Seats, WLCN 96.3 FM.
This is Corporal Brian Clements with the Lincoln Police Department. This week, Lincoln Logan County Crime Stoppers is seeking information in reference to a shooting that occurred on December 30th, 2024 at approximately 7 to 8 p.m. in the area of the North Jefferson Street near the Logan County Fairgrounds. The victim suffered non-life-threatening injuries from a small caliber gunshot. At this time, no description of a suspect was given. If you have any information on this crime, please contact the Lincoln Logan County Crime Stoppers anonymously at 217-732-3000 or the Lincoln Police Department at 217-732-2151. Tips leading to an arrest could receive a cash reward of up to $1,000. Crime Stoppers only wants your information, not your name.
The Lincoln Logan County Crime Stoppers Crime of the Week is brought to you by Me Realty, supporting a thriving community safe for families through support of the Crime Stoppers program. Me Realty, 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, and online at merealty.com. Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in Illinois. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the IHSA and the Illinois Athletic Directors Association.
Full Gospel Evangelistic Center makes an impact locally and beyond through a wide range of events, ministries, and outreaches. Pastors Steve and Debbie Owens invite you to worship Sunday mornings at 10:30 and attend Wednesday night Bible studies at 6:30. Connect with FGEC online, follow them on Facebook, download their app, and visit their new website at myfgec.org with live YouTube video streams as well as recordings of services and special events. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, 304 North McLean Street in Lincoln.
My biggest fear in the middle of my addiction was that I would never be able to get over it and that my kids wouldn't have a father. I started thinking, you know what? This isn't my story. For the longest time, fear held me back from ultimately being who I wanted to. I had to become a better man to be a better father. It's important to me that my kids are empowered and truly believe that if they can think it, they can do it.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 20.
Worried about your friend but don't know how to reach out?
You can say how are you or get a fake tattoo. You can ask with an app if it works for you. You can chat with them in VR. It's so good. If you think you should check in, yeah, you should. Whatever gets you talking.
Reach out to a friend about their mental health.
Whatever gets you talking.
Learn how you can help at seizetheawkward.org.
Welcome back to the Cheap Seats, WLCN 96.3 FM. We're broadcasting live from Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium. Boys freshmen getting ready to take on Bloomington Central Catholic and warming up right now. Got about 7 minutes and 50 seconds to go before they tip off. So, but now we're joined by the wrestling guys, Coach Dietrich and his crew. Coach, good morning.
Hey, good morning, guys. Thanks for having us on.
Yeah, anytime. We love having you on, and you guys having a pretty good season right now, setting at 25-3 after the regular season, and then now you're prepping for the regionals.
Yeah, we're next Saturday is our regional up at Bloomington High School again. That's where we were at last year. We have a similar, we have the same regional setup that we had last year. Bloomington and Normal West and the Springfield schools and the two Decatur schools. So, yeah, we're right now, coming off a good season. And right now as we pushed pretty hard in the last 3 weeks, our schedule was really tough. And so right now we're trying to get everybody back to healthy, and we got some guys worn down, a little bit of sickness and stuff that everybody's dealing with.
Yeah, the sickness is going around not only wrestling but everywhere. I don't know if it's the weather or what, but just that time of year. But especially wrestling, that's a grueling sport, and if you're sick, that could really affect. The way you participate and strength and all that, because Joe knows how strength is.
I have none.
He does none. But let's talk a little bit about the regular season, Coach. How you get to 25-3. Obviously, being in the Central State A, there's a lot of good competition right there. And as you guys venture out and play other schools, tell us a little bit about how the season went.
Yeah, I think we started. What did we get to? I think we got to 16-0 before we got beat, maybe even 17-0, because that was Morton was the first team that beat us early, right off the bat. So I was kind of talking to the guys the other night, and we kind of have there's 4 or 5 teams that we wrestle every year that kind of give me a gauge on where we're at. Like those teams that are always like you, and so those are the ones you really want to beat. I mean, there's those teams that are way ahead of you almost every year that are really tough to catch. And then there's the teams you should beat. But it's those teams in the middle that kind of tell you where you're at. And Porta is one of those teams. They're really tough year in and year out. So we wrestle them on the first night every year. And not at full strength, we beat them like 39-36, I think. It was a close duel. It was one match duel. So we got a good win there right away. And then 2 weeks later, Olympia was ranked like 7th or 8th at the time in 1A, and we beat them by 1 point, came down to the last match. And so that was a pretty good indicator, like, okay, like we're right at the top of this. And then we had some other good wins throughout the way. I'm drawing a blank right now in the middle, but then we eventually got beat by Morton, who's really good this year, and then Chatham beat us for the conference. So Chatham won the conference, we took second. And then last week we wrestled Normal Community, and in my opinion, Normal Community is the best team in Central Illinois. They're a 3A, so wrestling's got 3 divisions. Normal Community is a 3A, and they're obviously an extremely big school, but Trevor, their head coach, Trevor Kaufman, does a really good job, and they've got some kids that are nationally ranked. And so I like to keep them on our schedule just because it's like it shows us like, okay, this is what the top is every year. And so we saw them last week. They beat us. The other good win we got last week was over Mount Zion. So we beat
Nice.
Coach Clem.
Uh-oh. Yeah.
Love Coach Clem to death. Nothing but all the respect in the
But
world.
it's good. It's fun
But
to
we
beat him.
love beating him too. And guess what? He loves beating us.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So-
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Is Chatham 3?
They're a big 2A. Yeah, I think they're just under the 3A.
So that's the only 3A you play.
Who's that? We beat Pekin.
Oh,
Pekin's a 3A, so we beat them a couple weeks ago. And a lot of people get confused. In Central Illinois, Pekin and Normal Community are the only 3A schools. Everybody else is a 2A. So all the Champaign schools, Springfield, all the outside of Normal Community, all the Bloomington Normal schools, all the Peoria schools, they're all 2A schools.
Now, is that based on enrollment and just like everything else?
I can't remember what the cutoff is. It might be 1900. But really, your next 3A schools are, you got to go over to Moline. Moline and Quincy are 3As. And then you got to go down to Edwardsville, or you got to go up to all the suburbs outside of Chicago.
With the other sports, but basketball, they have 4 classes. Football has 8, and you get to wrestling, and it kind of you only have 3 classes, so it really kind of just bunches it up together to where obviously the smaller schools are going to be 1A, and then you guys are kind of right in the middle. Where do you guys stand as far as 2A? Just kind of in the middle of the pack? Because you got
size-wise?
Yeah, I mean you got.
Neil told me yesterday he thinks in a year or 2 we might be a 1A.
Really?
I think we're 10, 15 kids over the enrollment right now.
Joe, we can probably expel some. Get that down.
Trying to grow it.
Pick the 15 kids you don't like and kick them out, so we can bump down a spot. But you always want to face
more kids.
Yeah, you want to face that good competition.
Oh, yeah.
As you're kind of year to year going in who you want to compete against. You want to get, like you said, those teams that you're going to match up with, because anybody can schedule those games that you're going to win, but that's not getting your kids any better or seeing that competition.
We beat all the tough schools around. We beat Bloomington, I'm told, for the first time. Sam and Jason were telling me that they couldn't remember all the way back to Floyd
Gardner
B.
today,
Yeah,
and we'll see
I
what he
don't know if Brad ever got him.
I'm talking Mark.
Oh yeah. I'm sure Mark would
He
be
would
able
know.
to tell us. Yeah, and then but going back to Floyd B, I don't know that Lincoln ever beat a Bloomington team. That's what Jason and Sam said.
Well, we'll go with it.
Yeah, I like it. It sounds good.
We're going to go with it.
Sounds great.
I was out to compliment you a little bit. I was out Thursday for senior night. Was that for Wednesday or Thursday?
Yeah, Wednesday night.
For senior night, and it was a great program. You did an excellent job running it, and we had the junior high out here wrestling, and Who was the other team that came in besides Mount Zion?
Normal Community.
Normal. Well, that was Normal.
They wrestled us after.
Yes.
Yeah.
And, I just thought it was a well-ran show, and a lot of people here, and we got the wrestling programs growing.
Yeah, and I've always tried to focus on getting good crowds at our home duels. You know, I like having a big crowd. I mean, and it's, you know, wrestling can be a tough sport, and sometimes you go to a duel where they don't have big numbers and they don't have a lot of crowd or administrative support, and you know, you go and there's 15 people in the crowd watching a duel that night. Like, I like when we get a couple hundred people here, and it's good energy, it gets the kids up, it gets them excited to wrestle, and to me, I mean, that's important to be able to do in the middle of the season.
And you should feel a little honored that Joe Ryan showed up to something.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
You're a funny guy. We'll talk later.
Okay.
So,
well, let's take a quick commercial break, and then we'll talk to. We got some seniors here.
Yeah.
We'll talk to them. I'm sure they're ready to get on here and talk, and we'll talk about their season and their expectations and what they look forward to coming up in regionals.
Awesome. Thanks.
All right, let's take a commercial break. We'll be back after these messages.
This is Corporal Brian Clements with the Lincoln Police Department. This week, Lincoln Logan County Crime Stoppers is seeking information in reference to a shooting that occurred on December 30th, 2024 at approximately 7 to 8 p.m. in the area of the North Jefferson Street near the Logan County Fairgrounds. The victim suffered non-life-threatening injuries from a small caliber gunshot. At this time, no description of a suspect was given. If you have any information on this crime, please contact the Lincoln Logan County Crime Stoppers anonymously at 217-732-3000 or the Lincoln Police Department at 217-732-2151. Tips leading to an arrest could receive a cash reward of up to $1,000. Crime Stoppers only wants your information, not your name.
The Lincoln Logan County Crime Stoppers Crime of the Week is brought to you by Me Realty, supporting a thriving community safe for families through support of the Crime Stoppers program. Me Realty, 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, and online at merealty.com. Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in Illinois. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the IHSA and the Illinois Athletic Directors Association.
Full Gospel Evangelistic Center makes an impact locally and beyond through a wide range of events, ministries, and outreaches. Pastors Steve and Debbie Owens invite you to worship Sunday mornings at 10:30 and attend Wednesday night Bible studies at 6:30. Connect with FGEC online, follow them on Facebook, download their app, and visit their new website at myfgec.org with live YouTube video streams as well as recordings of services and special events. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, 304 North McLean Street in Lincoln.
My biggest fear in the middle of my addiction was that I would never be able to get over it and that my kids wouldn't have a father. I started thinking, you know what? This isn't my story. For the longest time, fear held me back from ultimately being who I wanted to. I had to become a better man to be a better father. It's important to me that my kids are empowered and truly believe that if they can think it, they can do it.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 20.
Worried about your friend, but don't know how to reach out?
You can say how are you or get a fake tattoo. You can ask with an app if it works for you. You can chat with them in VR. It's so good. If you think you should check in, yeah, you should.
Whatever gets you talking. Reach out to a friend about their mental health. Whatever gets you talking. Learn how you can help at seizetheawkward.org.
Welcome back to the Cheap Seats on WLCN 96.3 FM, broadcasting live from Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium. The freshmen playing right now. They're up 10-3 on Bloomington Central Catholic as J-Max got this squad rolling, and we are joined today by Coach Dietrich and some seniors from the wrestling squad. Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
You guys look awake and ready to go. Yep. Yeah. All right. Let's start with the man beside me here. I guess he's the most talkative and ready to go. That's Mr. Fry. Tell us your full name and.
My name is Aiden Robert Fry. I'm a senior here at LCHS, and I wrestle 165.
165. What's your record this year?
I don't know. It's probably somewhere around like 30, 15, something like that.
Yeah, I think you're 33-12.
33-12.
Yeah.
It's a lot of matches.
Yeah.
Do you feel a little run down right now, or are you guys kind of a little rejuvenated now, knowing that regionals is next week?
I'm kind of pumped up to get after it, and yeah, I'm not really worn down too much, but I mean, I'm ready to get worn down, though.
I'm ready.
You talking about that? So the rule in IHSA is you can't wrestle more than 45 matches individually, and these guys have all stayed healthy all year, and these four have wrestled probably 170 matches this year.
Wow.
So they really.
So you guys they're kind of the backbone to the squad. You know, you go 25-3, but these guys putting up all those wins and getting those points, you know, that's really kind of boosted you guys up.
Hey, let's talk about that a minute. So what, have you ever seen it happen where a kid had too many matches? Like, you get somewhere and somebody called default or whatever,
well, yeah,
you're out?
You have to certify them throughout the season at a weight, and then when you go to regionals, like you have to turn in all the paperwork. Like I have to turn in all their weight certifications and all their matches, and I sign off on them, and then I got to get other people to sign off on them, and then you turn them in at regionals. So
everybody knows.
Yeah,
so you may know if you've only got and 6 left and you can't win state.
Well, no. 45 matches going into regionals.
Oh,
after that, yeah. After that,
that's what I was wondering. I've never seen it. I always hear it talked about, but I never seen it.
Well, the rule used to be 21 duels for tournaments, and then about 3 or 4 years ago, they changed it to just straight 45 matches.
All right, I just want to go ahead. Cyber jumped on you.
You got any a favorite match this year or opponent, I guess, that you've probably seen in the past that's kind of a rivalry for you?
No, not really.
No? No favorite match? No favorite win?
Nah.
You didn't come prepared, did you?
No.
No?
I'm trying to. You've had some good ones, Fry's. He's very deceiving. And let me think here. So 3 of these guys didn't start wrestling until high school. So, which to me, that's kind of been something that we've kind of hung our hat on this year. Aiden, Court, and Carter all just started wrestling their freshman year. So, I think some schools, don't know a lot of these guys because they haven't made a big splash yet in the last couple of years, but they're getting there,
Any future plans, colleges, anything like that?
I plan to join the Marine Corps.
Perfect.
And then eventually become a firefighter.
All right. Well, that's a good plan. Yeah. We'll give a shout out to anybody. We're supposed to try to get you riled up, but I think it's just impossible.
They're pretty tired this morning.
Yeah.
We're pretty worn out.
Need a donut, or you probably can't have those, can you?
No, probably not.
No. Got to make weight. No
yeah.
shout outs.
No shout outs.
You know, mom and dad, brother, sister, girlfriend, teammates.
Shout out to my boy Dawson McConnell. Yeah.
All right. Let's tell you what. Let's just pass the headset because we're getting a lot of back feed from that mic. So we'll just pass the headset. There's only 4 of you, so it won't be too big of an issue. Kind of push that mic a little up toward you.
All right.
All right. Tell us your name.
Carter Hild.
Carter Hill, senior?
Hild.
Hild.
H-I-L-D.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I'm a senior.
All right. What's your record this year?
I'm somewhere in the 30 and 15 range. I'm not sure.
Okay. Tell us a little about him.
Well, Carter wrestles 132 for us, and he's done an awesome job. He comes in and all of these guys work really hard. Carter is the one that just puts his head down and goes to work every single night, and it's a lot of fun to watch these guys. I mean, they physically push themselves very hard, and I'll give these guys props because sometimes at the end of a school day we got a lot going on, we're trying to get practices started. Normally Sam and Jason, they're not there at the beginning of a practice. Normally it's just me, so I got to get that going. And these guys, these 4 captains, if I walk in the door at 3:31, 3:32, practice has already started. These guys, they'll get everybody up and going, and they're moving, and that's a really good sign to me.
Absolutely. You got to have that senior leadership, kind of lead by example. And any favorite match this year?
Ooh, I'd say my favorite match was earlier in December at Mascoutah. It was against a former regional champ who I'm actually going to have in my sectionals this year. And he had a quick lead on me, and I got it back in the second period. And in that third period, we're kind of going back and forth, and I ended up pinning him, and it was just really exciting.
What's your go-to move?
My go-to
Joe likes
move?
the flying squirrel.
I'd say my go-to move in neutral is probably a sweep single.
You know what a sweep single is, Joe? A sweep single?
Yeah. Let's have a demonstration.
Like this, where you drop down. Oh, on him?
Oh, no.
Yeah, let's meet him in the mat room.
Unless is work comp involved in here?
It's work comp.
Yeah. You want the mic?
Well, we're
All right. There's the mic. Yeah, turn it on.
she's on.
Yeah. There you go.
We good.
It's good, isn't it? Yeah, we'd love one if you want to demonstrate. He'd love to have it. Learn it several times.
My
Just
body
do it over
doesn't
on the
bend.
concrete.
Yeah, on the concrete. Thanks. No padding.
Hey, do you know anything about roofing?
I do know something about roofing.
We can
know a lot about roofing.
We can give HBC a shout out.
Yeah, HPC Roofing. There you go. We'll give them a shout. Hey, I didn't know if your dad had you working in the summer.
I work in the summer for him. I don't really do a lot of roofing anymore, not as much as I used to. We do a lot of siding now. But
it's a little easier.
We do still have a roofing crew, so.
Yes. Well, I just want to make sure you're doing it, helping out.
Yeah, I am.
Those wrestling dads, especially construction wrestling dads, they love to incorporate some style of a wrestling practice in the middle of a work day in the summer, don't they? I remember my dad, we were roofing a house once, and the shingles showed up to put on the house. And when they brought the boom truck out to shoot the shingles up there to you, and Dad goes, "Nah, just throw them on the ground." And I'm like, "Why would we do that? That we can get them to the roof right now." So they put them on there, and he goes, "All right, get them up there." And there's about 30 bundles. It took me 3 hours.
Probably 110 degrees out.
Great time.
That's funny stuff.
One at a time on my shoulder, up a ladder.
See, today DCFS will be on you about that.
Yep.
Future plans?
I'm planning to go to Bradley University, and to study electrical engineering.
Okay.
That's the plan so far. But I might switch, which engineering major I'm going to pick. I'm not really sure about that, but I know I want to go into that area.
Yeah, well, you only got about, 3 months of school left, and then you guys will be gone.
Yeah.
Boy, is it flying by?
This season specifically, out of all my seasons, this one has flown by.
Yeah.
The most.
All right, well, good luck in the future, and good luck next weekend.
All right, thank you.
All right.
Good luck.
You want me to pass it?
Yep, pass it down. All right. Name?
Corbett Pentecost, senior.
Senior. Tell us a little about this young man.
Another great captain for us. I think your record's also about 30-15, and we kind of to give 3 of these guys a shout out. So Dawson just got his 150th win about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. Carter and Court, did you guys get it on the same night?
Yeah, we both got it at the Rochester tournament.
Oh yeah, so both of these two both won the Rochester tournament last weekend, and they both got their 100th career win within an hour of each other. So that was pretty cool. And I don't know if Aiden knows, but Aiden, you're at 90, 92 wins. You're really close too. So I don't know if you'll have enough season to get it, but all 4. So if you think about it, these 4 guys have, let me see, 100, yeah, almost 400, probably 440 wins between the 4 of them right now.
Now, is that because as a freshman, they're probably not getting in there as much, so they've done this the past 2 or 3 years.
With Carter, Court, and Aiden getting to that point, I mean, it's pretty impressive because their freshman year, you guys got 5 to 10 wins in that first year.
I think I had 14, and some of those were JV wins.
And probably some, and forfeits count too, so there's probably some forfeits in there. But
it's a big deal to get 100 wins.
It is.
Absolutely.
You got to stay healthy. You got to work hard to get that.
Any favorite match or opponent this year?
Yeah, my favorite match was in Jacksonville when I wrestled a Jacksonville kid. I ended up losing, but it was just a really fun competitive match, and the team was cheering me on. And I was going to get majored, but I ended up scoring a takedown in the last few seconds of the match to keep it to a decision, and that helped the team score. So that was just fun to help the team and wrestle hard.
Absolutely.
That's something that a lot of people who don't know wrestling as well don't understand. Even though Court lost that match, it was I think it was an 8-point match with 17 seconds left, right?
Yeah.
And if he wins by 8 or more, they get 4 team points. It's called a major decision. And so for Court, even though he's losing the match, but if he can score a point there at the end or get that last takedown and get it to less than 8, now they only get 3 team points. And so that's why, sometimes you'll see a kid lose a match in a tight duel, but you'll see his fans cheering because he got that takedown at the end, and it kept, it basically took a point away from them. So,
So as individualized as it is, it's still about that team.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. Right. Future plans?
I'm going to attend Heartland Community College, but I'm not sure what my major. I'm not sure what I'm going to major in yet.
We still don't know what we want to do, so it's okay.
You got time. Yeah, we're still trying to figure it out.
Trying to figure out what we're going to do when we grow up.
Yeah.
You take your time.
You want to give a shout out to anybody?
Shout out to my practice partner, Aiden Shaw. He keeps me working hard. And then shout out to all my teammates that show up to practice every day and just push each other.
Perfect. All right. Let's pass it down here. This guy's ready to go. All right, tell us your name.
I'm Dawson McConnell.
Dawson McConnell. Tell us about Dawson.
He's had an awesome season this year. One of the most decorated wrestlers that I've been able to coach. What are you at? He's at 154 career wins.
Yeah.
Austin O'Donohue, we'll give OD a shout out. Austin O'Donohue broke Jason Lawrence's record 3-4 years ago, I think in 21. And he got to 158, and so Dawson is 4 wins short of tying Austin's record. So that's kind of been fun, and I was actually talking to Austin the other day, and he's pretty excited for Dawson. He wants him to break it.
But is he?
Huh?
But is he?
He is.
Yeah,
he wants to see it, and I think that's good. It's. it's good that those guys are like building off each other. And I mean, the funny story though is, and maybe Dawson can tell you more, but during that COVID time when we'd have limited practice partners, Austin gave it to Dawson pretty good there for a while. Like he let him know he wasn't quite as good as he thought he was at that time. But I honestly think Dawson will tell you that really helped him develop into where he's at now.
Sure. Any favorite favorite match or opponent?
Oh yeah, a lot of those.
Yeah, I know it was exciting when Austin did it, and that's why they're up on the board.
Yeah.
Because you want to go after them.
Oh, yeah.
Well, with the 154 wins, it sounds like you put some beatings on some people too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So you got to get your revenge. Have you had a favorite opponent that you like to see at a match?
Yeah, this year it's a guy from Geneseo. Me and him have always had this close match, taking him to overtime twice, but he's always got that little lead. I wrestled him down at their tournament. That was the closest match I've had with him. It's just a fun match having those close ones where anybody gets it here or there. Just really want that match back. Turn it the other way.
Yeah. Geneseo's a pretty good wrestling program.
Yeah, I think they're ranked 5th in 2A, and yeah, they're very, very tough. They came down here and won our tournament, so the Floyd B holiday tournament.
Gonna give us their future plans.
I'm committed to UW Platteville. I'm a wrestler there, and I'm also going to study horticulture, which I want to do landscaping with that.
Nice. It sounds
Shout
like you
out
got
to Jason Mauhar.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Sounds like you got a good group of kids with some intelligence. You know, they know what they want to do. Electrical engineer, stuff like that. It's pretty impressive.
It's these guys have been a really good group, and there's other juniors and seniors on this team too that keep their grades up and are doing a lot of good stuff. Not just even with the wrestling program, but with a lot of different activities and clubs here at school.
Yeah, and grades are key. You know, obviously, if you don't keep your grades up, you're not going to be wrestling on the mats. And it sounds like they're pretty focused. They know what they want to do, and they're leading your squad.
Yep. It's been a fun year, and it's just been a fun group, and in large part to these guys in the senior class, and I'm just really proud of how far they've come. And it's been, you want the wins, and those are obviously fun, but like I was talking to somebody the other night that most importantly, we care about these guys are graduating from our program, hopefully better people, better because they wrestled, and they have that camaraderie with their teammates and their coaches. And I'm lucky enough, I still keep in contact with both of my high school coaches and talk to them regularly. And so that's really important, I think, to have that type of relationship that'll stay with you for a long time.
You can give a shout out to anybody?
Shout out to all my teammates who's pushed me. Shout out to my mama. She's always been there, helping out the team one way or the other, bringing food, keeping the spirit up, get me to do things.
Heck yeah. All right.
Yeah, the weights are set, what you're going to roll into the state tournament with.
Yeah, these guys all know where they're going.
Yeah, what'd you go into it last year with?
165.
And you're what now?
175.
I was going to say, you look like you put on a little weight.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and when this is over with, I see you at 205 this summer.
Could be.
Probably. I think that will.
Well, not if he's wrestling at Platteville. They're probably going to.
No, I'm just telling you. It looks like he's going to fill out. They're going to be 205 here pretty
all
soon.
muscle.
Hoping.
Yeah.
What you don't want to do is get up around 270 or because then it's, you know what I'm saying?
270, gosh,
you could talk about a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, that's rough. Let's talk to this young man over here. What's your name?
Hudson Dietrich.
Hudson Dietrich, and this is your dad?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you wrestle?
I did a tournament this year.
You did a tournament? How'd you do?
I got second place.
That's pretty good. Is that your first tournament? And second place? That's pretty impressive.
Well, we practiced a lot.
Yeah?
Kind of.
Is your dad is your dad your coach?
Yeah.
Yeah?
But also at the tournament, my uncle too.
Yeah? Your uncle kind of stepped in and helped out?
Yeah, because Dad's voice was cracked kind of.
From yelling at you too much?
No.
At home?
He was I wouldn't call it strep throat, but it wasn't, his throat wasn't hurting.
It was hoarse.
Oh.
Yeah.
So he
whatever
could.
you would.
Yeah.
Whatever he did.
Maybe you and your dad could get in a few opens this summer, maybe.
I did wrestle when I was like 34, 35, up at the the Midwest Nationals. I did one. I made a deal with the guys. I was trying to get guys pumped to go do this summer tournament, and I told them, I said, if we get 5 guys that'll go do it, I'll do it. And I did it.
How'd you do? And you walked away.
I went 0-2. I didn't get pinned. I cut a lot of weight. I cut about 17, 18 pounds over like two weeks to get there.
How long did it take you to recover from being sore?
It was a couple days.
Still recovering.
Yeah.
But no, that's impressive. What are your future plans? What grade you in?
5th.
5th. So
Did you have a birthday?
Yeah.
Did you get some headphones? Would you rather have these? These are nice, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like bigger.
I'm curious, what are your future plans?
I don't know.
to attend 6th grade, Dad.
Yeah.
Get a donut when we're done? Like, that's my future
Perfect,
plan.
yeah, absolutely. Well, Coach, tell us about maybe your expectations entering regionals. I'm sure you know who's there, who you're going to be matching up with. What are your expectations?
Yeah, well, probably our biggest competition next week is going to be Bloomington and Normal West. They've both got really tough kids on both of those teams. We beat both of them in duels, but tournament scoring's a little bit different. Whereas if you have 5 or 6 really tough kids, you can do really well in a tournament. And so, like, we got to make sure that all our guys are on weight and show up and are ready to wrestle. And I believe if we do what we know we can do and be who we can be, like, we'll be in a good spot next Saturday. And then we are hosting the sectional here, which I'm really excited about. So, thankfully, Coach Al has been really good about letting us take on postseason stuff. And so the last time we hosted it was 2018. We were supposed to host it again in, I think, 2020 or 21, but the COVID stuff hit. But then we've hosted the team duels, and we're actually hosting the team duels sectional again. So we'll be here on the weekend of February 14th and 15th. That'll be the individual sectional, and that's going to be a really big event. I mean, 32 teams. I don't know, probably 150 wrestlers, and that's the weekend where if you win, you're going to state, and if you lose, your season's over. And it's a very emotional weekend. It's about probably the most emotional wrestling weekend you can find.
I was going to say, for people that have never been to one, and if in town, you should come out and watch. It's awesome. Really.
On Saturday afternoon, about 1 or 2 o'clock, we'll have it's literally called the blood round, and that's the round where, like, all the guys they've taken a loss, and they're meeting up. And if you win that one match, you're going to state. And if you lose that match, your season's over.
Oh, wow.
And there are some intense matches. And that's where you'll see stuff where, like, maybe 2 guys have wrestled each other 3 or 4 times throughout the year. Maybe one guy's won all 3 or 4 of them by like 2 or 3 points. But the other guy will get that one right there. And, I mean, you see some heartbreaking matches. So, it's really intense. It's a lot of fun. I like being able to host it because I want all of our guys in our program. I want our junior high kids out, our youth kids out, and families, like, just trying to build, like, I guess, wrestling excitement in the town. And that's a really good weekend for us. The following weekend we'll be at state. And if we can pull off another regional win next Saturday, then we'll wrestle in the team sectional here. And that'll be, like, I think it's February 25th. It's a Tuesday night.
Fun.
Yeah, it'll be a fun one. And that's an intense night too. So. And
that's individual.
No, that'll be that's our dual team versus another dual team.
Okay.
And you're just trying to win the team that, like, you know, you're wrestling obviously individual matches against the other team, but that's where, like, you're trying to get the right matchups and you can get some. But all you gotta do is win one duel, and then you're going to state. So.
Team State, is that in Bloomington?
Yeah, Team State is at the Coliseum at the where they play hockey.
I've been over a few times.
Yeah, it's a cool event. So it's a very neat event.
Yeah. All right. Well, Coach, you know, the season's kind of flown by. You know, you blink of an eye and it's about over. And now we're down to, you know, it's do or die, you know. So these kids, they seem prepared, they seem focused and ready to go. And that's credit to the coaching staff and your senior leadership.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah, no, the seniors have been awesome. And I'm looking forward to it. It's kind of bittersweet because I kind of don't want to see these guys move on. But at the same time, I'm really excited for them. And it makes me feel good to, you know, be a small part of their life at some point, you know, and hopefully be that person, or, you know, and our whole coaching staff, be that coaching staff that maybe inspired them to go out and be good men when they're done, and be good husbands and dads and fathers, and all that stuff's important.
Well, I sent Coach Gardner a text over at Bloomington to see if we'd ever beaten him. He just gave me a one-word reply. Nope.
All right.
That's a typical Gardner answer.
Yep.
Nope.
Well, I hate to, Mark, if you're listening, but we got you back in December, so.
Yeah, there you go. It happened. Well, Coach, thanks for taking some time to come talk with us. We always enjoy having you on. Congratulations on a great regular season, and hopefully we can get you guys back on and talk about some medals and trophies and stuff like that. That'd be fun.
Absolutely. Thanks again. I appreciate it.
Congrats to these guys.
Yeah.
Let's go get them.
Yeah. Freshmen up 41-15 over Bloomington. Boy, they're just pouring it on, Joe. I see a running clock in the future. It's only first half. So, yeah, freshman boys, J-Mac's got them going, got them rolling.
It's J-Mac.
It's J-Mac. All right, well, that's going to do it for us today here on the Cheap Seats. Joe, you got anything to add?
No, I'm looking forward to the wrestling getting into the tournament season. Yeah. And I'd love to be over at that state tournament watching somebody, and let's get in those duels.
Yeah, let's go. Come on, Fry, get them pumped up.
Let's go. Let's have that wrestling team over here for that sectional. That'd be fun.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thanks for coming. Good luck next Saturday, and we look forward to having you on down the future with some hardware. All right, guys. Thank you. Good luck. Good luck. All right, that's going to do it for us here on the Cheap Seats. We'll talk to you next week.
This live video stream is made possible in part by WLCN's live stream technology sponsor, Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, and online at merealty.com. The preceding program is a presentation of WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com.